Hey everybody, Jem Schofield here with the C47 and another episode of Random Acts of. It is Saturday here in the C47 studio. Downstairs is the Bat Cave. I guess this is the studio space. Far too small for what I want to do in the future. In fact, this particular space is really good for this and not a lot else. It's also fine for at least portions of the new series that I released this week called Brownbox Video. But even that's going to have to go outside a lot of the time for certain segments. So the idea might be that I start here with the brown box, but then I get outside for certain types of products. And it's just hard with the lack of space inside of this studio to break out and show too much more in terms of how to use a product in different ways. So as time goes on, ideally I'll be doing at least one random acts of a week and one brown box video every week. It's going to take a little bit of time for that to ramp up. I also need a much bigger space, and I've wanted a much bigger space for a long time. There are plans in 2017 for this to get much, much bigger in another location. That's for future episodes. If that happens, then I will take everyone along with me for that journey in terms of how that gets built out. But I think the overall concept is going to be Random Acts of is going to be a little bit more craft-based, and then Brown Box Video is going to be a little bit more tech equipment-based, and maybe even some equipment that's not always just straight traditional filmmaking equipment, but usually something that has to do with image projection or consumption and things like that. So we'll see how that all goes, but I personally am very excited about that. And I'm also looking for product ideas for Brown Box Video. Now, because I shoot these every week, I want to talk about the week of November 14th. I am flying out to California that week, and I'm going to be doing 5 separate classes and workshops that week. I'm going to be doing something at AbelCine on the 15th of November, which is going to be an all-day workshop that has to do with producing, directing, production as a whole. So there's definitely some biz stuff in there and budgeting and proposals. Then to follow up that, on the 16th, I'm going to be doing a class that has to do with lighting. So it's really craft of lighting, all-day workshop. 17th, 18th, and 19th, classes and workshops for Canon. And with Canon, and those are all going to focus on 4K production. There will be an evening class in Costa Mesa on the 17th, an evening class in Hollywood on the 18th, and then there will be an all-day workshop on the 19th that will be a hands-on 4K production workshop, which I'm excited about. And there will be lighting in there, camera movement. We'll have a lot of camera systems. It's going to be very hands-on. And the one thing that I really try to do when I do workshops and classes, if they are paid, which the 2 at Abel are and the Saturday workshop for Canon is I try to make them very, very cost effective. I also try to make sure that what I'm covering, especially if I'm in a location for a period of time teaching different things, is that those things are different. So if you came to more than one thing, you would get different information. So if you take the Tuesday and Wednesday class at Abel, it's going to be very, very different than the 4K classes and workshops that I do at Canon's locations. So I will put links to all of that stuff below. If you are in the Orange County, LA area and will be around the week of the 14th, it's going to be pretty in-depth, serious education having to do with where production is today, where we're going, and of course, bringing everything back to craft all of the time, the doingness of it, so that you can actually get out there and do this stuff more effectively. So I am very, very excited about that. This is Saturday, so I'm having a 12-year single malt, and it is almost dinner time. So I'm going to wrap up, and that's another episode of Random Acts of.